Sometimes we are on a collision course and we just don't know it, whether it's by accident or by design. There's not a thing we can do about it. It was a sunny afternoon when Margaret, a teen student, had finished her classes at her school and asked her friend Carol if she was going to accompany her for a walk. As Carol had decided to go to her house, Margaret said goodbye to Carol and left the school alone. While Margaret was walking, Laura, a lady who had bought a car last week, had taken her new car to have a ride for the very first time. She had asked her brother to be with her, but he had told her that he had been feeling ill and he was going to rest for a while. So she decided to be brave and drive her car alone. At the very moment that Margaret was taking the car out of the garage, Angel, a guy, had been preparing a meal. However, when he realized that he hadn't had all the ingredients, he had to go to the supermarket in order to buy them. While Angel was walking toward the mall, he thought that he had not brought enough money to buy the groceries and he had to come back to his house while Laura had already started to drive her car for almost half an hour. She really hadn't been enjoying her driving. He had covered some kilometers and had gone through the principal park and her university, while Margaret had walked for a long time and Angel had been buying the foodstuffs he needed. Some minutes later, Laura had been waiting for the green light and she thought that was a good idea to overcome the car at her left. But certainly it wasn't a good idea. Just when Laura started her car, a girl had been crossing the road. Yes, that girl was Margaret. Angel, who had been going out of the supermarket, had seen all the accident and didn't hesitate for a minute to help them. Laura had been paralyzed and was not able to recognize what had happened. Angel lifted Margaret in his arms and put her in the car because she had lost consciousness and apparently had broken her left leg. As Laura wasn't able to drive, he decided to drive until the hospital, where he knew Margaret could receive attention. When they arrived at the hospital, Laura had recovered from the shock, but not enough to give information about the accident. However, strangely, Angel could give all the information about Margaret, her full name, her phone number, and other personal data of her, which was very important for the doctors in the hospital. Life is as it is, and it is impossible to change it. But it is impossible for me not to ask about what would have happened if Margaret had not walked alone, or what would have happened if Laura had waited to her brother. But the most important and of course the strangest thing is, what would Laura have done if Angel wouldn't have appeared in that moment like an angel?